Now let's bring in former Army Special Forces and President of Security Studies, Jim Hanson. Jim, thank you for being with us this quickly on this breaking news. We wanted to use your background here in the security studies. As you just heard Anita mention, that we don't know details about the shooter yet or the shooter's relationship to this facility. But as someone who has that background as you do, can you tell us how difficult it would be to gain access inside a facility like this?
Generally, obviously, they're going to have some sort of external physical security. If this person was an employee, they would have their badge and be able to get in. It has kind of the hallmarks of either a workplace incident or a domestic incident where the person worked there and as such may have been able to gain access, or their spouse or significant other in some way worked there, or someone they had a relationship issue with. And in that situation, they may have had to force their way in there. Having a weapon will get you past most security in the United States because we just do not have that level of threat that you would have, security that someone couldn't overcome if they did have a weapon.
It's also interesting to note that there's no cell phones or anything like that allowed inside the building. With your background with securities, I mean, there's got to be a panic button or something, or some type of way to get in contact with people outside of the building, right?
And it's odd for us to think that everyone is so used to having their phone with them every second of the day and being connected to everyone on Earth, in any possible way, both for normal communications, but certainly in an emergency like this. I'm sure they have landline phones and radio communications, probably intercom style throughout the building in order to conduct operations. And that would have been a way to at least get, a call out to 911 and to get response on the way. But it is a strange thought to think they didn't have a phone to connect with anyone else.
Well, and one could, presume that the reason maybe that they don't have cell phones allowed in these facilities is because you do have a lot of people's personal information, addresses, things like that are going through these facilities every single day. That being said, though, do you see a policy like this perhaps changing?
I wonder. We're going to have to see what the response time was. Was there an actual danger to the employees because they were not able, to immediately contact emergency services or to let other people know that there was something going on? If it's determined that that was an actual incident that caused more death, they may have to rethink that policy. But I would imagine that there's access to some sort of communications close enough to all the employees that once this happened, they were able to start very quickly, at least, letting the police and others know that there was a situation that desperately needed response. I
have one more quick question, 10 seconds or so. How long do scenes like this usually last if it were, in fact, related to, a workplace incident?
They generally are over very quickly. It's been rare that there's a situation where someone goes in with multiple magazines and they're, traversing an entire building or something like that. Generally, they will go in, shoot whoever has affected them in a way, that caused them to do this, and that I don't mean to take the response off them, but it's not generally a long thing, and it's the people they were targeting specifically who bear the brunt of that craziness.
Yeah, and just to be clear for people at home, we do not know that this was necessarily an incident where this shooter was an employee. We do not know the relationship yet between the shooter and this facility. That is information that we are still waiting to find out this morning. But what we're looking at right now, 4:36 here on the East Coast, 4 people dead, at least 4 hospitalized, 1 with critical injuries. We know that suspect took his own life when police arrived on the scene. They say they came into contact with an active shooter who then turned the gun on himself. So we will continue to wait for any updates on that. In the meantime, Jim Hanson, thank you very much for your insight. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Jim.
You're welcome.